Both of these have come back with, there's some common concerns. There's some common issues that are being seen within the industry, and a lot of it can be addressed through proper O&M. A lot of it would be addressed through proper commissioning, tool testing, working with manufacturers and things like that.
We usually do walkthroughs, and some of the things that we look for as indicators or pre-indicators to potential problems, and particularly when it comes to poor termination, we look for these torque marks on terminal blocks and terminal lugs, and make sure that they're there, and encourage good practices in that regard. Of course, loose terminals and can be found, and those can lead to difficulties and problems, overheating in the future.
When trying to do the installation test to quantify how good or bad the connection is, you need to go down to the actual connector itself and do your installation test there. And we recommend doing it with the guard terminal. The guard terminal measures the surface leakage, and that is an indication of, because with the installation test, you're pumping a bit of voltage through the conductor. And then with the guard terminal, you're looking at leakage coming out the surface, and if the connection is poor, there'll be more surface leakage current.
Chris and I were actually on this site together with a handheld FLIR thermal camera. I've never seen so many hot spots on cells in my entire life. I'd say about 75% of the array, and this is about a 350K to 500 some K site rooftop. These hot spots were everywhere. It kind of looked like Swiss cheese as you're looking through the camera. What those hot spots can potentially do is cause a damaged module, like in the middle. Like Ryan was saying before, the silver ribbon strip, the Sylvan River strips on the module in the middle. And we do see this a lot, the soldering of those where the silver ribbon strips overlap. Sometimes those solder joints fail, and it builds up an excessive amount of heat and will actually crack that glass. So the picture in the middle does look like a, like a baseball, which we see, or rocks, which we also see, unfortunately, or, you'd think it's one of those, or hail, but a lot of those cracked modules or really damaged shatter ones come from those failed solder joints on the module themselves.
The grounding is often overlooked because even if you have poor grounding and you install the place, complete the installation, connect it all up, and run it, it'll produce electricity, but without good grounding, problems develop over time.